Oh man, the Crocs. I don't even care. Oh man, that is nasty, boys. Hi, so before we get started in this week's video, I do have something really important to say, and it is to follow and support my friends over at Cars and Culture. Now, these guys are people that we met with actually last week, but you know, you just meet people and you form an instant bond, and that's what happened with me and G, the founder of Cars and Culture. So what they are is an organization that is aiming to become a non-for-profit. They're just starting. They're Filipino too, so this helps out a lot, but their mission is very different than typical car organizations. So something that G noticed was that when you go to car events and you go to car meets, you just see the cars and you don't really get to interact with the people that much, and that's something he wants to change. So actually he organized his own car meet where he went up to every single person and introduced himself, and everyone was saying how much of a homey feeling it was, how inviting it was to be at a car meet like that, and that's something that I hopped on board on. The ultimate mission for Cars and Culture is to develop a community center where they can buy their own private land, so you don't have to worry about cops shutting down meets because it's their own private facility. And then on top of that, they want to have a building where they can host community events and bring the community together. And that includes building a garage where they can get volunteer mechanics or people that want to volunteer their time to help people who are less fortunate to buy parts and to fix their cars. Say, you know, a struggling single mom that needs her car fixed and she doesn't have anywhere to go, they can have their parts donated, or Cars and Culture can buy the part and these volunteer mechanics can do their work. So I'd like to get them there. So I'm supporting Cars and Culture. I'm actually going to be joining them and their squad. So we're going to be working very, very closely with Cars and Culture. So please, I'm going to leave all the information here. I'm probably going to put that stuff here as I'm talking, but Cars and Culture will be here. So they are going to be a meet that we're going to go to. We're actually going to see them on Tuner Fest, so that's going to be October 2nd. That video will usually come out the week after. So the week after October 2nd is when you're going to meet G and the Cars and Culture team for the first time, and then after that we're going to go to their meet actually that following weekend, and then you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But these guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I wanted to start off this video by saying that. So my next segment is going to be the motorized coffee sponsorship stuff. So back to the future. Welcome to this week's video. We're actually starting in my kitchen because we have to thank this week's sponsor, Motorized Coffee Company. Now, these guys are doing some great stuff. They are coffee for car enthusiasts. It just makes so much sense. I'll leave my link down below where you can get 10% off any product that you choose, and we're actually going to try this. So I have the race fuel because I have a Keurig cup, and this is actually the little cup that it came with. Man, that is actually really good. So Motorized Coffee Company, thank you very much for being a sponsor here on this channel. The coffee is absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend it. The two flavors that I got were the race fuel and of course the mocha bean. We're gonna see, there's this huge spider, so I'm just distracted because there's this huge spider. He's just crawling. You probably cannot even see him. Where are you, bud? He's right there. You see him swinging? Where are you going? Let me get this spider. Anyway, now that the spider's dead, I'm gonna open up this really cool care package that Motorized sent me. So they sent me a super sick key tag, which you can get here, Motorized on the front, or maybe the back, I'm not sure, and then the little M. That's pretty sick. So Motorized, thank you. They also sent me this air freshener, which I'm actually going to put in the car now because I don't have an air freshener in the car at the moment. That's kind of dumb. I smelled it through the plastic. I'm an idiot. Damn, that smells really good. Just like really cool M stickers, and like I said, this decal. Let's throw that on somewhere. I don't know where yet, but if you haven't noticed, we're actually at 110 subs now. So thank you guys very much for 100 subs. I cannot didn't believe it, to be honest with you. When I was talking to Jay about this, I was like, I don't know, man, 100 subs isn't gonna be hard to hit, and we hit it within months. So thank you guys very much for sticking around. To all my new subscribers, this is me. Jay is not here. He will be coming for this install video, I hope, but we are going to be doing an install on the car for the 100 subs, and I'm really excited to do that. It's something that I've been wanting to do for so long, so we're gonna do it. Jay isn't gonna see this until I show him, but I've told him this is secret, so I'm actually gonna put it back in the box later when we go see him. But here it is, the XKGlow Underglow Kit.
Look at all the stuff that they gave us. So it looks like extension wires, 12-foot extension wires, there's some 3M tape in there as well, and obviously all of the LEDs. All the LEDs, as far as I'm aware, are weatherproofed and everything like that, so that's going to be really cool. And then of course a good old amount of zip ties, which I can never be more thankful for. So, and I actually opted for the in-dash kit, for the in-dash control, because I figured sometimes I won't want to take my phone out and I'll just hit the buttons on the dashboard. I don't know where I'm going to put this yet. I have an idea, but we'll see. And then we're going to install this today, hopefully. I'm going to put that all back in the box, and then we're going to wait until Jay gets here, and we're going to do the install. So see you whenever he gets here. We'll see his reaction. It's going to be good, because he has no idea, like, at all. All right.
What's popping?
Got that Shang-Chi, what's popping? I've already prepped the car, ready to go. And Jay's probably confused because the car is up with the wheels on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I get started, what do you think it is? Any guess? It's in that box.
I really don't know. The size and where.
The size deceives you.
Yes, that's why I'm very confused.
Bet.
This is I'm having a Blue's Clues moment. I gotta look. Why are you up? Is it a? No, you wouldn't go roll up lip. You would go full lip.
Correct.
I don't know.
That was a decent guess.
I don't know.
Open the box, sir.
Oh, damn. Okay, let's get started.
Let's get started. All
these strips?
They're all the same.
These strips are perfect.
Waterproof. Oh, look how much extensions they give.
I know,
you.
That's perfect.
It's so good.
It's so nice.
And then look at all.
Wow.
Look at all the hardware.
Maganda.
They give you so much hardware, and the zip ties. I don't know where they are, but they're in there. They're pulsing. I want the chasing ones. They don't have it yet, but they're thinking about adding chasing lights. So like the ones that like do the rainbow around. They don't have that in this kit, but it's full RGB, so it can be any color you want. It can also hook up to the brake light, so when you push the brake, all of them will turn red.
That's cool.
I'm not gonna do that personally. I think that's a little tacky for me, but all right. So this is the wire that I need to run. Obviously, I can't just run it outside the car. That looks ugly. So instead, this thing right here where my finger is at, that is the wiring harness, and that is the breach to the firewall. It's the only way to get through it, at least safely, that's already in the car. So there's this here. Okay, and then on the other side, I've had to take my strut bar off, at least partly, in order to reach what I needed to. So the wipers have been removed, the wiper cover thing has been removed, and then the strut bar is partly taken off. I would have taken it all the way off, but there's this section here that's not being nice to me, so whatever, we're gonna leave it there.
Or what I was talking about earlier is right there. This is the wiring harness on the other side. Right here where my finger is exactly is this little hole thing that I'm gonna have to cut, and then supposedly we can just run wire straight through that. And this is obviously specific to the Scion TC2, so we're gonna cut that and try to wire that through. What I found out was that it is actually really easy. That nipple thing, when you go through it, it will go straight out to the bottom harness, but the problem is the hole is really small, and that is obviously a rectangle. What I have here is a contraption made of steel wire, so that I tied it actually around the head, and that way this can go through the hole. We're going to pull it through, and then we'll do it again because we have to have both the left and the right side. So I'm really hoping that this works. The thing that I thought would happen, which was with the wire there and just yanking it through, that I would pull the head off, and I did. The problem really was that the The end of the head is rectangular, and to go through all that rubber is just way too much friction and all that stuff for it to go through there, so I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm gonna see if I can route it a different way. To be honest, it's gonna be a little ugly.
The area where the control box is going to go, which is going to go right here, and to be dead honest, I'm just going to tape it along the side, route it through the door like this, and out the fender. Yeah, unfortunately that underneath just, it cannot fit this harness.
If you're gonna do something simple like fog lights or, you know, just simple wiring, it probably would have gone better, but unfortunately this is not gonna go well.
Alright, so here's the deal. The connector is good. This is the actual in-dash kit. So as you can see, dash lights up. We'll turn that off for now, obviously. I was able to tap into that blue wire here, and that blue wire comes from right above this primary 12 volt 1 pin. This one up here, you had to cut this cover off a little bit to get access to the blue wire, but this is a constant, so I was able to pull from the blue wire, and now that's running obviously the positive into the controller. And then the ground is going up into that nut right there, center screen. That is where the black wire ground is going to. Now we're able to just completely get everything wired up. All of the LED strips we're gonna have to find places for, mount them, and do all that stuff. But first, we are actually going to have to drill into this plastic trim piece here. The controller is now mounted onto that plastic trim piece. Just so you know, right back here, like I said, there was like a stencil. I just went for that dead center one. Used a 5/8 drill bit thing, that one there. I used a 5/8 one just to clear all the holes, which it did. And then the screws that were provided are they just go in there. So it's been a couple days, but we're back under the car. Everything else works. I did find out that this kit, these strips are 24 inches long. Both of them, not combined, separately. They're 24 inches long. So there's a 48-inch strip in front of me because I have two of them. They're a little short. So for the TC, I would opt to buy another one, because if it went all the way to the front, which is about there, actually would probably be about there, it only comes about where the door is. That leaves all this back space for another one. So I did measure 3 of these would be good. I have to look at the website to see if they sell a 24-inch strip. I saw that they sold a 36, and they also sold a 10. I'm probably gonna go buy at least a 10 for both sides. See if there's 24-inch strips. I really don't know. I haven't checked. I'm gonna go buy another one just to fill that gap, because on the other side, as you can see, there's that gap. There's just no coverage for that last like foot. And I don't like it. I want it to go all the way through, so that's what we're gonna do. It's hard to get my camera under here properly, so sorry, the picture is probably gonna be a little twisted, but right there is the last LED strip on the right side, and then I have the wiring going from the back. So that wire comes up, it attaches to the brake line here, and then it goes all the way back. And someone's gonna yell at me, but they have excess wire. Like, I'm not complaining that there's a lot of wire, but there's a lot of wire. So that is going to go all the way to the back, and then attaches to the strip that I have now. Also, there's 3M tape behind this, double-sided 3M tape, and then obviously a zip tie to really secure it. And then in the middle is only 3M tape because there's really nowhere else to put it. And then of course it's the same thing on the other side over there. And it's away from the exhaust, which is good. And really, if my bumper hasn't melted, I'm hoping the LED doesn't melt, so I doubt that my exhaust temperatures even get that high anyway. So this is how the back is routed, and I'm sure someone's gonna yell at me for the janky wiring that I've done here, but zip ties, man. Zip ties and tape will do anything, including janky wiring setup. It is finally all done. So the lights are actually on. I'm gonna keep them on so that you guys can see what's going on. It goes from here behind the panel, and then obviously down here through the hood. That's not the best way to do it. In fact, that's probably not the way you're supposed to do it. Gary's probably gonna yell at me for it, but but it works. So after that, everything is wired in from the side of the fender. This is a little bundle here, and it goes straight down, and this one actually powers the front ones. In the kit, this is what it tells you to do. From the controller, it says you should split off so that they're all really on one side. Now my motorcycle is not that way, and essentially all the wires are actually, this is but one big circuit. And it's nice because then I can find out which one is actually broken. And it made things a little easier. So actually I did the same thing to the car. So instead of following the XKGlow Kit, which I probably should have, but I was dumb, I then have this one going straight to the front only, and then this wire here that goes along the strut bar actually powers the passenger side, the rear, and the driver's side. I'm dumb, and I actually put the female side out, and then actually this would have been also the female side, so I didn't want to waste wire. But now that I look at it, I could have wasted wire. Like, I've only used, I think, 4 of them. I have so much extra wire that I probably could have done it. But when XKGlow hopefully releases the chaser kit, I'm going to buy those as well, and then I'm going to probably sell these off and do everything the right way the next time. This is my first time installing an underglow kit, and as this channel knows, me and wiring is like, okay, I'm not the best at it, but you know, it's a learning process. Years later when I look at this, I'm gonna be like, wow, that was so sketchy. And it is, I agree. Wiring goes through here, underneath the cover here, and then down and through the fender, goes all the way down underneath into here, powers this side, goes all the way to the back as I showed you. So here is the side. This is specifically under the driver's side, but both sides are the exact same. This is mounted in 2 different ways. So the XKGlow kits have 3M tape. I can't really show you well because my microphone is in the way, but there's 3M tape attached to the back. So this is attached by 3M tape and also hard mounted into the skirt. So it just tapped it in there and it was totally fine. So it works out. The wiring for this side comes out, like I said, through this way, and it will go actually to the brake line, follows the brake line all the way to the back, and then it actually attaches to the back ones. Follows the brake line all the way to the brake, and then it actually goes up and around the coil where my finger is. You can't really see it, and then it wraps around, and I followed actually now the fuel line, and it's actually attached near the fuel line, and then it goes all the way back through there. As I said before, this is attached by 3M tape and a zip tie to secure it. The middle is only attached by 3M tape, but being one unit, I'm not really worried about it. Holy crap, that looks insane. Like I said, there's this foot gap that I want to fill, so I'm definitely going to get more strips so that I can fill that. But honestly, even though that is something that will come, this looks fantastic. The coverage for the front, it completely covers the front bumper, which is perfect. Wow. The silver blue vibes give me that Too Fast, Too Furious GTR vibe. That looks awesome. I am really happy where I got to put the back because it's up a little higher than all the other ones, so actually it spills out a little more, because the closer that the light is to the ground, the more direct it is, as this one is. You can see like the light bar there, but this one, since it's a little higher, it spills onto the ground a little more. Oh man, that looks sick. The rear looks fantastic. I don't know actually. Oh, one controls the front. Oh shit. That's why you should control one and left side. Okay boys, I've discovered a mistake. So the one side controls one and the second one controls the other lighting control. Well shit. Okay, well let's just make sure they're the same all the time. So 1, let's put there. 2, let's put in the exact same spot. So it has the option to do zone 1, zone 2. And if we turn zone 1 off, it turns off the front. But I like it just to be easy to control them both. Oh, they do. I'm a dumbass. Okay, so if you hold the app and then you could choose this exactly favorite color ever, but because my car is silver and Too Fast Too Furious stuff will do the blue, that Too Fast Too Furious blue that Brian had. Oh man, that looks sick too. Memorial Day, they have a lot. Canada Day even. Let's go. Okay. There's a lot of cool themes that they do here. That's pretty sick.
Alright guys, so it is nighttime and I'm finally excited because it's nighttime, which means we get to see the lights for the first time. I brought my big camera out because it does better in the low light situation, so hopefully it looks a lot better.
Oh man, that is nasty, boys. Here it is. Like, man, that single foot is just, it bothers me, but look at the rear. The rear actually glows a lot. The light spills out so much on the rear. That looks so good. But oh goodness, look at that. That is ridiculous. That looks so sick.
Yeah guys, that is the XKGlow Kit. I'm really excited about it. It looks fantastic. The app integration was actually super easy. And that has been it for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week. We should be going to Cars and Coffee next week, I believe. A lot of supercars from what I'm told, but I'm not sure. So obviously we're going to bring this thing, and Jay should be coming with us as well. We've got a couple mods coming up for Jay's car for the Tuner Fest show October 2nd. So that's going to be the next big show that we're going to be going to, and that's what these lights are for. So until next time, guys, I will see you on the other side. But we're gonna now run this underglow kit. We're now gonna run this underglow kit, and that's really hard to say. Underglow kit. I'm dumb. I can finally start doing everything else. Oh, forgot to zoom out. Oh, zoomed in. Yeah.